Politics now, the ANC is in danger of creating further splinter groups within itself if it continues to be entrenched in continuous factional battles. Well, that's according to various analysts as the party prepares to hold the all-important Elective Conference next month. 7 presidential candidates are vying for the top spot to replace President Jacob Zuma, who's stepping down as party leader. But the party seems to be divided over who should take over. The ANC is also riddled with factionalism, and various groupings have drawn up their slates of who should be in the leadership positions.
The number of votes received by Comrade Jacob Zuma, 2,329.
An historic moment, redefining the country's political landscape and introducing a new phenomenon, slate politics. A slate is a group of candidates that run in a multi-seat or multi-position elections on a common platform. At Polokwane, one side triumphed, taking all the positions. Some of the losers walked away to form their own party. Since then, the ANC has battled to rid itself of this culture.
So what happens is that one faction draws up a slate and then it tells everybody who supports them to support that slate. And it really doesn't matter whether there are people on the other slate who have talents and who would be effective. If they're not part of your faction, they're excluded.
Fast forward to 2017, to the practice in full swing.
The ANC clique has therefore debated on this leadership question and believes that comrades who must lead the organization are as follows. Comrade Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma is the president of the ANC Youth Clique. Comrade David Mabuza is the deputy president of the ANC. Comrade Ace Mahashule is the secretary general of the ANC. Comrade Natim Tetwa is the national chair of the ANC. DSG for monitoring and evaluation, Comrade Jesse Duarte, DSG for organizing and campaigns, Comrade Fikile Mbalula, and the Treasurer General, Comrade Maite Ngwane Mashabane.
For another contender, the same scenario.
Rere, are tswella pele, are supporting Comrade Senzo Mkhunu gore abe Secretary General wa African National Congress. Are tswella pele, re supporting Comrade Naledi Pando abe Deputy President wa African National Congress. Re are supporting Comrade Gwede Mantashe abe National Chairperson wa rena wa ANC. Re are tswelleng pele re supporte Comrade Paul Mashatile abe Treasurer General wa African National Congress.
But what does this say about the ANC? It's been preaching unity and has denounced slate politics. Closing the policy conference in July this year, President Zuma proposed what could have been a solution.
The experience of Polokwane saw a very good crop of leadership moving out. Let us not get rid of the one who did not win. Let us make the one who became number 2 or who did not win to be a deputy of the one who is leading.
But this doesn't seem to have gained traction.
It says that you've got a very factionalized organization. Very often the difference between the two factions is greater than the difference between the ANC and other parties. So factions campaign against each other, they spread malicious stories about each other, they tell people never support that particular person because you're not part of the faction. And it leads to a very divided organization. In fact, the reality, as we speak now, weeks before the ANC conference, factionalism has become such a serious problem that it's not even clear whether the ANC can hold the conference because it's not clear that the factions can agree on who's entitled to vote at the conference.
The party is faced with an unprecedented number of candidates, 7 to be exact. Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa and former AU Commission Chair Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma are taking the lead. Other contenders include Dr. Zweli Mkhize, Lindiwe Sisulu, Jeff Hadebe, Matthews Posa, and Balega Mbete. Analysts feel this contest must be better managed.
Unless they're able to deal with that, there's always a very real chance that the ANC will split again.
As nominations continue, it remains to be seen who the branches will pick to be the next ANC leader and probably the country's next president. Mzwandile Mbeje, SABC News, Johannesburg.